My heart today, on March 1st, goes out to all the disabled people who were murdered by their caregivers, by their families, and by anyone else. All too often in the media, many people portray the murder of disabled people as a as a way of lifting the burden of parents that now have relief because they think that their disabled child is destroying their lives, and that they're being a burden on them, and that their life is a tragedy, and many court officials let them get away with this murder because they 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 portray in their minds that killing disabled people is a way of mercy. In any way, shape, or form, that is not okay at all. Think about when somebody who's in a wheelchair, who needs the help of communication, when they can't say anything, can't speak, and they need something to say of like an AAC device or something like that, and yet the parents don't give them the help they need. Instead, they just wallow in their sorrows and find ways to put an end to somebody's misery because of how burdening and how sad that disabled person is. That isn't in any way, shape, or form the worst way to treat disabled people is by pitying them, by believing that by believing that their life isn't worth living, and using and beating them and using weapons to put them out of their suffering. I mean, yeah, they have bad days. I mean, I know that they need this type of help. They need help with their wants and needs. I mean, I know there can be tough days with them too, but there's also good days also, and these people need to do not need to be looked down at. They do not need to be murdered because they're in pain, or that they're upset, and that they're having a meltdown because they can't express things the right way. Do not attempt to murder them because of what you're of how they're feeling right now. Try to find some help. If they're if you or any disabled is having a crisis, try to seek professional help. Try to get them the help they need to thrive and to grow in the community rather than trying to write messages of sadness and pity. This is not what is needed in this community. This is not what is needed in the disabled community. And we should be honoring disabled people for all the strengths, for all their achievements and accomplishments and their strengths, whether they learn how to brush their teeth or they got their bachelor's degree. Be proud of what they have done through life. Don't ever try to look down and walk in fear and despair, because all that does is just make them feel like that they're lesser than everybody else. They don't need this type of rhetoric from their lives. They need love, acceptance, empowerment, leadership, and independence to be as happy as they can be, because there is no need to kill somebody because you're just having a tough time in life or having a crisis. You should never, ever, ever try killing a disabled person, because killing a disabled person is the same degree of murder as killing a felony is killing a human being. And any murder at any time should be counted, and that and the perpetrator should be should be convicted with either first or third degree murder and be sent to prison for their type of crime. For anyone who is disabled or not, killing in the name of anything is not the right thing to do in life. And that is all I have to say today, and I give my blessings to all the disabled people, and I mourn for my friends, for my dead friends, and I will fight for my disabled friends, for them to live, and in order for them to be in their communities with their friends, with everybody else. That is all, and good night.